Hello.
Hello.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. I can hear you now too. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very, very good. You are beaming with sunshine.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
So, just to kind of get things started, I know we got 20 minutes here, so it's going to be fairly quick. But I usually start these off really just by saying thank you. So, like, first and foremost, I just want to start off by giving you like a genuine thank you, definitely for your time, but also just for like every little thing that you have done for the last 3 decades that has inspired
Thank,
me to follow like love, career, and passion, like in entertainment. Um,
thank.
whether it was like I was in the seventh grade when Born to Sing dropped. So
Wow.
it was just like whether I was listening to that or whether I was watching you on Rock or whether I'm watching you with, doing What a Man or
Yeah.
whatever, like all the many things that you've done, like it's inspired me, it's inspired so many other people. And it's an amazing thing for us to be able to kind of look at the lens and see somebody that looks like us actually doing something and enjoying it and like following their passion. So thank you
Oh,
very, very much for
thank
everything.
you.
And this is not the first time that I've talked to you, but it's like every time that I talk to you, it's like I have even more and more thanks because like you make me want to keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm just behind the scenes, but
Uh,
I can't sing a lick. But
I thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. You just made my day.
I, that's good. But I think a lot of people feel that way though. So I usually start off like that because I don't think that we get enough thanks like for some of the stuff that we do, even though we do it just
Yeah.
because it's what we love to do. It still feels good sometimes to hear somebody say, that you're doing like an amazing job. So thank you for everything that you're doing. So obviously we're here to talk definitely a lot about Angry Black Woman. And I know that it
Mhm.
comes at a time, obviously, of great relevance, given the things that are happening in the country right now. And truthfully, the things that really have been going on for years and years and years. And a lot of people just have been too naive to really realize it. Why was it so important for you to put this song together and to put it out there?
Um, I think for one of the reasons you just mentioned, this has been going on for a long, long, long time. And I thought it was important to put it out because, the other half of what you said, people have been naive to it. Um, I'm not sure that people have been naive. I think people have purposely wanted to continue to shove it under the rug.
Right.
And so, because it's been going on for so long, I think this song, when you listen to the lyrics and you realize that it's a festering of emotion towards how we as Black people feel about what's been going on to us for so long.
Right.
And so during the time, because the song was written 4 years ago, ironically, and during that time, I think the first incident that I knew of where, in particular, I mean, uh, a Black man was murdered by the hands of the police, and he said he couldn't breathe, was Eric Garner.
Right.
And so during the time that song was written, uh, that was my first incident in hearing about that. And so it was a it was a cathartic release for me to do the song. I wanted to give a voice to the feelings and the emotions that I, as well as so many of my other friends and friends who are mothers raising young Black men
Right.
and Black people are feeling now and have been feeling.
Right.
So I wanted to put it all in that song.
Like I don't know how like all of this has really made you feel, but it's like when I think about a lot of it and you see so much stuff every day, it's like part of me wants to think that things are going to start getting better now because of some of the things that are happening. But then part of me is like, it's going to get a lot worse than this, you know, than before it gets any better. Like, what are your thoughts? And given the fact that we're still dealing with the pandemic too. So like, that's a whole nother beast.
My thought is, I feel like you, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful, but I realize it's not going to happen overnight.
Right.
Because racism didn't happen overnight. And there are a lot of people who don't want to see change.
Right.
And there are a lot of people who want to see change that's doing something about it. And so it's going to be a fight. You know, unfortunately, but it is. And we have to continue, we as Black people, we have to unify and organize and mobilize and stay strong and not let this die down, because I think what a lot of people are counting on is you know, they'll scream and holler for a second and then they'll go, you know,
right.
they'll go back home and, you know, everybody's dealing with the pandemic, you know, you got other things to think about. But I think this time around, this is the longest that I've seen us demand. And so I'm hoping that we continue.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Because it can't be any other way.
Right.
Or else we can continue to keep having this conversation.
Right.
And we've been having this for 400 years now,
Yeah.
the same conversation.
And it's like, I think that we definitely are at a point where it's like, if there's not any justice, there's not going to be any peace.
That's right.
So I know that people are demanding it, and I just pray that it gets better.
Me too.
Now, just kind of taking it back a little bit, I know I spoke a little bit just about, you know, the time that you have been in this industry and all the things that you've done. And you and the ladies, you recently celebrated 30 years of Born to Sing. Like, I guess I want to say, like, is any of it bittersweet, just given kind of the reality of like the ups and the downs and just the stuff that's gone on in Vogue over the years?
Bittersweet. Yes, to a certain extent. To a certain extent, yeah, bittersweet. Because although I can be in a state of gratitude and appreciation for it,
yeah,
I do wish that all 5 of us were celebrating together.
I'm glad that you said that.
I do wish that.
I'm glad that you said that.
But you know, things are what they are, and you can only control your own self. So I celebrate in spirit with all 5 of us, regardless. But I do think that it would definitely be nicer if all 5 of us were celebrating together.
Yeah, I think I just look at the entire time of En Vogue and just, again, the ups and the downs and how things have gone and how, regardless of anything that's happened, like, you've been able to kind of trek on and keep doing it. Like, I saw you ladies, I don't know if you remember coming to Akron, Ohio, maybe about 2 years ago. And that was like around the first time that I actually spoke with you. But like you came to Akron and you did the show like out in the, it was out on the street in the, like a pavilion. And like y'all did an amazing job. And it was just like, outside of looking at, okay, it's only 3 ladies, nobody would ever know if they just were listening and they didn't see you. Like, you ladies did an amazing job, and you always do that.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
But I'm just, it's like there's a lot of feelings that come along, like when you talk about En Vogue. Like, there's love, admiration, joy, excitement, pride, strength, because regardless of all of this stuff that's going on, you've been able to keep going and keep trooping on and keep doing it. And you've inspired so many other groups. And I mean, obviously everybody knows the Destiny's Child story and all of that, but I think those ladies look to people like you. And then obviously you did some stuff with Kelly Rowland and June's Diary, like where you were helping them. And it's like, you're doing so much to really inspire and motivate people in the industry. Like,
Thank
what
you.
keeps you inspired to keep doing all of that after so long?
You know what I think it is I understand the platform that I stand on,
Right.
and I'm very grateful for the opportunity to stand on it. And I think the best that I could do in saying thank you for the opportunity is to think about and to be conscious of how I stand on the platform, and what I say while I'm standing on it, and what I give back. And that is that's very important to me, because I've always felt like, as an artist, there are many people that are listening to us, and I've just always felt like I have a responsibility to my people, Black people, to be able to contribute in a way where I'm either elevating and uplifting, and or encouraging and inspiring. And I might not be able to do that all the time, but I do my best in trying to do that, and I'm always conscious of it. And I think about my family, and I think about little Black girls that are listening to me,
Right.
or aspiring to be like me. And I think about what I would want to see, and what was missing for me when I was a kid, looking at the industry and looking at magazines and things like that. And so I'm just grateful to be here, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Definitely.
So that's what drives me.
Okay. So what's happening with you ladies now? Like, is there new music coming, or what's happening?
Yes, we well, there's been a reissue of the Born to Sing.
I got it.
You do?
I do.
Thank you. That was released April 3rd. And so we're really, really excited about that. So we're, there's a number of remixes on there.
Yeah, I saw that, and I hate that Instagram blocks music when you post it, because I keep posting it on my story, and they keep.
I know. I'm like, come on, Instagram. And so, before COVID hit, we had a whole freaking tour planned,
Yeah.
and activities. But now we're doing the best that we can. Being home, trying to stay safe and social distancing. But hopefully once this is over, we'll be able to get back out on the road and do what we do, and to say thank you to everyone who's been supporting us for 30 years.
Yeah. I think it's my hope that, like, when things, I guess, kind of get back to whatever we want to call normal, because I don't think it's going to go back to what it was. But
No.
I think my hope is that when things get back to some sense of normalcy, that stuff like this continues, like as far as like the Zoom conferences and the interviews.
Oh yeah. Me too.
Crazy that I've been wanting to start doing this for probably 2 years, and I just never really I guess I just never figured it out until now, where it's like, okay, shit, everybody's sitting at home now, so they ain't got nothing to do but get on Zoom.
Well, situations like this, can open doors for creativity. We're home thinking, we're being more creative and coming up with ideas and inventing things and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, we another part of our celebration, because we are at home, we've created our own podcast, which check out on YouTube too, in Vogue's YouTube. So we've done that. We've already done 2, and we're about to film the 3rd one.
Okay. So like, what's in the podcast, sir?
Oh my gosh, we are interviewing people that started out with us in the beginning. So lots of good old stories you ain't never heard before from other people's perspective. We interviewed our producers, Denzel Foster, Thomas McElroy, our publicist, Sheila Eldridge, who's been with us since day one, Frank Gatson, our visual director, who's done all of our choreography. Right. And who's also worked with Beyonce and Kelly Rowland. And
well, I know he does a lot with June's Doctor.
Yeah, he's their manager, and I'm
trying to get so I'm gonna figure something out.
Yeah, lots of cool stories. So it's a lot of fun, very enlightening.
That's cool. So I will check that out. I had no clue that that was going on, but I did get the reissue though.
Okay, good. Thank you. We appreciate your support.
Any type of final comments or anything that you really want to get out there?
You know, I really want to thank everybody, because 30 years is, you know, that's not no, that's
It's
not
not,
like
it's not easy
one,
at all.
you know, and so it's because of all the support that you guys have been giving us for that long, you know, standing strong by our side and supporting us for so long.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just want to say thank you. Thank you, and let you guys know how much we appreciate it and we don't take it for granted.
Well, thank you so much. I'm always grateful. Like I said, I'm always grateful to you, to all of the ladies, just for everything that you've done to motivate and inspire. And I just hope that you keep it up. And I'll definitely check out the podcast. And
Okay.
hopefully we do this again.
All right.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Congratulations on your podcast too.
Thank you very, very much. It's cool. It's cool to be doing it from home. So
exactly, right?
yeah. So thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Take care. Bye.